welcome to Golden Racing League in Singapore. Now, if you're watching after the MCL race, that was appalling. So this is the main stream today, and I definitely didn't know about this race 6 minutes ago. Anyway, we're back. Right, I need my Twitch chat in case I get chatted to on Twitch. Oh, okay. Wait, what's your theme song? Pantera Walk? Oh, right. Okay. Oh, cheat. I'm gonna get this. Sure. Sure. No. Oh, no, yeah, he's in, actually. He's in. He just hasn't picked a card, little swine. Toothy. I don't know. There's... I can tell you. Yes, Marcy. Marcy the Dart. Liam Vella, no. Alright. Yeah. If you want, I could just go to his house and knock on his door and just say, get in the lobby now. What, Dobby? No. There's not a lot of people in there, to be fair. There's literally... I was about to say, there's Gaming Balls, there's Lucas Racing, there's Monkey in the Blue Hat, there's Marcy, ARC, and Muck McGee. That's going to be hard to say in commentary. MC McGee. I'm just going to call him McGee. Nobel. There's 6 people in the lobby. Drivers wise. There's 8 people including us. Oh, you drive in tier 2. Oh, right. I do not. Yeah, I think if I drove, I'd probably get put in a cell. So, yeah, I think. Well, yeah, Singapore. Yeah, I'll probably be ended up driving somewhere else. I mean, Connect. Don't even have, but oh god, I don't think I have them either. That's a shocker. Lucas is in, along with his teammate Monkey in the Blue Hat. Yes, he's in. Baxter, no. Baxter 172 on EA, apparently. Arc, yes. No. Japan, but not Bahrain, no. Did you? No, you did Japan, I was about to say. Yeah, we were. Salesforce happened and that. Yeah. So the Lenovo happened. So we just what? So you just called it the Lenovo happened. Oh right, it was on the straight. Yeah. Yeah. Right. I think it said... Okay. Oh yeah, Toothy. The Tooth Fairy. Right, I've got the corner names for the Singapore Grand Prix. So turn 1 is apparently Shears, named after Benjamin Henry Shears, the 2nd president of Singapore. Okay, so the Shears turn 1 is shears. Right, cool. Turn 7. Turn 7 is memorial due to its proximity to the Second World War monument in Singapore. Turn 10 was the Singapore thing, but it's just turn 10 now. And then turn 16, 17, 18, and 19 don't have a name because they don't exist anymore. It's just a straight now. I missed that section. It was nice. Yeah. I like that section more because I was going to the... Huh? Oh, someone just left. Don't know who. Days. I think Latifi left. Latifi left. Latifi left. Oh god. Oh lordy lord. Did he? Oh, that's a shame. That's not funny at all. I've got the grandstand names of Singapore. Oh my god, the straight before turn 10 is called Padang. You have what? Bell, thank god. That's the old Singapore. I need the new one. Yeah, well, I've started the stream. Alright. Right, everyone needs to ready up, I reckon. Everyone needs to ready up. Yeah, muck me gear. Muck me gear. I am gonna struggle to say that in commentary. I'll just call him Gear. Yeah, I'll just call him McGear because MC McGear just, I don't know. I think my tongue's gonna turn upside down if I say that. So. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, they look alright. I like all the Ferrari engine cars because of like I don't know why the sound notes they just kind of my brain likes them when I'm driving. So it's only got 2 corner names, and it used to have 3, but it doesn't anymore. Oh, track facts. I think I know a couple. We do have 19 turns. We used to have 23, but they removed about 3 corners because why not? Yes. Wait, 4? Oh yeah, they added 1. Yep, and turn 1 if you get the run. Yep, it is. Oh god, that's a sad one, isn't it? That's sad. What's 2008? Crashgate. Nelson PK crashed on purpose to give Fernando the win. The most time out of any other track, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think it's the longest pit lane on the calendar, if I'm not mistaken. Imola is actually quite long, yeah. Sale. Okay. Yeah, that's. Yeah, you should have crashed into the fake harbour. Put them out of their misery. Oh god. Yeah. It is one of the worst circuits ever, I'd say. Although, I have to say, like, Miami's that bad, I would genuinely, and I thought I would never say this, I would genuinely have Sochi back on the calendar if it meant Miami was off it. And I do not like Sochi. I tell you that for free. As a track on Twitter. Yeah. And oh no, do the one they did in 2020, the really short one. You know the one I'm on about? Yeah. Yeah. That would do it. No. No, do Magello and have a safety car restart crash again. No, do Daytona. Oh no, I can't even think. What, planned or? Oh. Yeah. Oh. We had that, but we had that in F123, a league called SRC, and I was replacing someone, and when they went to stop, they didn't just stop like on the apex of a corner or something. They waited until halfway down the pit straight. They braked and caused Magellan 2020, and the worst thing, they didn't even restart it. So half the field went out for no reason, and they just went, "Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We'll just keep on going." Oh, that's an L in it. That's a hard one to take. Oof. Oof. Aye. Oh, well, and you were leading, so you got third. Oh, right. I'm gonna put this back on. I'm gonna jam a string. That's normally my range as well. Normally P3 is normally the highest I get, and then like P10. I know. Oh, Silverstone reverse. Oof. I don't like Silverstone reverse. Yeah. Aye. Oof. That is a shame. Aye. I can hear you. And right, anyway, enough with all the chit chat. Welcome. Wait, one shot? Oh, short. I was about to say one shot. I commentated on a one shot yesterday in Division 3 for a league, and honest to God, McGee has left the session. But yeah, I was commentating, and they did a one-shot quali, and honestly, trying to do the camel work in the first sector of a one-shot quali is so hard. It literally puts you with a guy in 14th or like midway through the field, and then yet like because the positions are changing so much, you can't even get to where the good bit is. So you wait until the third sector, and then you're like, right, we're here with the leader finally. But yeah, anyway, we're here for Golden Racing League. And we have two people going out of the pits. One of them is an Aston Martin. No, it's a Williams and a Mercedes. So that will be Devil's Latifi. That will be Devil's Latifi and Lucas Racing coming out of the pits. Yeah. Yeah. Just having a look. I think one of the Ferraris coming out. Yep. Who's Days? Yeah. Well, last time I commentated, he was really. Well, last time I commentated, Days was the man to beat after his incredible run from. Was it? Yeah, I'm not surprised. After his, was it 14th to 1st or something like that in Japan for the race for Jules? I'm not surprised he's doing well against the dominant force here in Golden Racing League, the golden man for this league. All these questions that Rogue Energy, nice. Potentially. Hopefully it'll be as nice as this Devil's Latifi lap, the number 83 Williams going around at the moment. That's oh, that is such a shit. Oh, that really. I just realised I don't have. Yeah, to be fair, turn 2 is your answer, because that corner and track limits are as bad as Qatar track limits as Lucas Racing, ready, hurling the car around. I'm on board with the Mercedes under the boulevard. Yep, he's the first one to go through the first sector, so he would be purple as we head into the hairpins. Yeah, the Louis Vuitton V-turns. Yep, we are not in Qatar, we are in Singapore, by the way, as we head into what used to be the Singapore Sling, but now it's just boring old fling corner. And on the Pirelli tyres, heading into turn 11, if I'm not mistaken. It's this. Yep. Again, the first one to do a lap, so he would be the fastest one of anyone to do the first sector, because he's, out of anyone, he's the only one to do the first sector, as Devil's Latifi nicely gets out of the way. Yep, he's going a bit off the pace there, as the number 69 Mercedes, nice, comes through here. Lucas Racing coming around the last corner, he's in 6th gear, going up the hill, and he takes pole position with a benchmark. Yep, the benchmark for 29.6. Next one to cross the line is the Red Bull. The Red Bull did cross the line, but he was on an out lap. Only by 400ths though. Also, I'm surprised that I haven't seen that gap go higher yet. It's only Q1 though. Yep, Monkey in the blue hat. And then Days takes it away. Next up we have Ark. And can he be an artist and get up to the top 3? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, take me back to Toro Rosso in those days. I miss those days. That's when F1 was good. Yeah, I used to love Danik Fiat. 2.8 seconds off the pace. One of the Alpines. Yep, I think yeah, he's coming through the last chicane on the track and then coming down the Sail 4 straight and then heading around the last corner over the line and P2 only, he's 8/10 back. No problem, as Days is 8/10 ahead of the nearest car from him here in Q1. It is a 3-part quali, isn't it? No, sure. Okay, never mind. Meanwhile, did someone else just disconnect, or am I being silly? Okay. Magia, yeah. Let's hope Magia finds the right gears around this tight, twisty lap. Whereas meanwhile, when the Ferraris are on a lap. Marcy coming through the Shears corner. Named after... What was it named after? Let me find it again. I've lost it, never mind. Yeah, the second president of Singapore. Yeah, it's the second president of Singapore, just seen. Yeah. He's really memorable. Anyway, heading into the Raffles Boulevard corner. As it's... I reckon that's Magia. Anyway, we have... Who else do we have on a lap at the moment? We have one of the Red Bulls on an outlap. So that's not really going to matter too much. We have on the Alpines on a lap? No. Who's that bright yellow dot? That's Devil's Latifi going in a wall at the end of turn 11. We see him in the background. I'm looking back from the Williams ahead. And we'll see the Ferrari flying past. Yep, out the Salesforce corner, heading around the last two corners on the track, and he drowns! Same as Carlos Sainz a couple of years ago, he dives for the pits. That was heart in the mouth stuff there for the Ferrari man, the Scuderia successor here in Golden Racing League. Yeah. Also, I keep getting confused when I see cars on track and it still says pit, but then I realise the pit exit's really long. Anyway. Yeah, it's like Brazil, isn't it? We head down under Raffles Boulevard, which is a straight that the Mercedes and Monkey in a blue house going down at the moment. Yeah, although I think there's a bug, isn't there? There's a bug where you struggle to pick the car that you're meant to be in. Yep. Yeah, he's filming a quadrant video. Anyway, we head... through the Aramco arch. Nice one. So we go. Cool. Yo, do me a favor, nab me some, yeah? Yeah, well, nice. I think, we'll meet in an alleyway and we'll trade Pirellis. Yeah, no, I'll trade the Super Hards with you from 2018. Yeah, Baxter still on his lap. Baxter though, Baxter right at the bottom of the list. Although he's heading near to the finish line, so he's coming out of Salesforce. Yep, heading around the last corner. He flicks it in. He doesn't go round like Marcy earlier, and he goes ahead of his teammate. 2/10 ahead of his teammate. Nicely done there. As Lucas. Someone else who's speaking of dropping, Lucas Racing is dropping time from his lap through the middle sector. He's about 2/10 up at the moment. Oh, his teammate doing ice skating on the exit. This and also the Singapore. The surface on it is very loose, especially on this year's handling model, and on F123s as well. It was a very loose track in terms of grip surface, but despite that, 7/10 up and up into P2. Meanwhile, his teammate 3/10 up, 4/10 away from Days. They're clawing their way at Days slowly, so hopefully Days can be taken down in the night of Singapore. Meanwhile, I think is McGear on a lap. He is. The McLaren on his first lap. here in qualifying. Coming through the Anderson Bridge, which is this section covered in Lenovo. 1 second, I've just got to go. Meanwhile, Davos Latifi is up in the second sector. He's apparently purple. He's in P5 at the moment. Yeah. He's currently just over a second ahead, or just over a second behind Dace at the moment in the Alpine. Let's see, can the Williams go back to his glory days of 1990? It goes to P4 in a Mercedes sandwich at the moment. Oh, was he? Oh, let me check, because I haven't looked at Twitch chat in ages. Oh, as I've just seen a viewer that I know very well, Exact Max, from leagues like Green Army F2 and Formula Asphalt and other leagues like that are on my YouTube channel. He's messaging at the moment, although he's got a couple emojis there that I don't really understand. But meanwhile, who else have we got? We have one of the Ferraris coming to pits. One of the Williams is round. No, he's just letting the Red Bull through. Yep. Correct. Ooh. Magia 310 sub. He'll go ahead of Baxter. Yeah, Magia's 3/10 up. He was 3/10 up, but he invalidated. That turn 10's tricky, the one that Gaming Bulls is going through at the moment. That white line really does come out on you, doesn't it? Oh. As locking up coming into the pits is Magia. Nearly. Yeah. Not recommended, but I mean, flat spot on tyres, it doesn't really matter. Yeah. You should go to you should go to Pirelli and hand them out to these drivers. And aye. So I reckon Part Fermi's not on then. Oh, it is on. Oh. Yeah. Normally if Part Fermi's on, I do qualify on a racing setup purely because that helps in the race, and that kind of is more important to me, especially the longer ones. Heading through Baxter. It hasn't been a long lap for him. Let's have a look. He goes through the last corner, and he gets nowhere at the moment. He's a 10th up, but he's done it 1:30.1, I'm pretty sure. I'm on the interval, so I can't really see the times, I just see the top time and then the gap. Meanwhile, there's traffic management down under Raphael's Boulevard, should I say, which is that little kink before turn 7. Yeah, I think he's just warming up his tyres, isn't he? Aye. I see what you're going for there. As also Baxter's, he looks like he's on a lap, so he's got to watch out because he's got a lot of traffic heading through this V-shaping section into Addison Bridge. Not too sure. No. Yeah, he's pulled off. He's backed off anyway, depending on what lap he was doing. Yep. And he currently wears the number of the man returning to Formula 1 next year in Cadillac, Sergio Perez. And the man who was king of the streets now shares his number with Liam Vella, so let's see if Vella can take a smash to the top of the leaderboard, and maybe not take a smash like he did in Suzuka, where he had a crash in the wet just before the Casio Triangle corner. But meanwhile, just before he heads onto the Padang Straight, yes, that is the name of the straight. Yeah, the grandstands. Yeah, the grandstands next to it are called Padang A and Padang B, so I reckon in Singapore they call it the Padang Straight. I'm not too sure though. Heading it under Anderson Bridge, out of Anderson Bridge, as Ark retires. He seems like he has the opinion of not being able to do more in this session. Meanwhile, Liam Vella, at the end of the second sector, doesn't go purple. No, he hasn't passed. He hasn't crashed. I think he's... Again, another one caught out by the turn 11 line. Yeah, he's just going up into turn 7, and he might have just blocked one of the McLarens. No, the McLaren's finished. As purple. Monkey in a blue hat, purple. He doesn't invalidate. This could be the pole lap for Monkey in a blue hat in the Mercedes. He needs half a second to catch up to Days and take the pole. But can he do it? The man who was on pole, if I'm not mistaken, in Suzuka, is now fighting for pole again here in Singapore. He doesn't take pole. He's just under 2 tenths off Marcy, 500s. Marcy 500s up. Marcy 500s away. There's a roll. Okay. Yeah. Days with a whopping lap from the Welshman. Yeah, I'm just looking at the order for the viewers. Oh, check race director. Incidents. Liam Vella P10. It is raining. Nice. Nice. This reminds me of 2017, and if you know about the start of that race, you will know how chaotic it was. So if anything's gonna be replicated from 2017, I am excited. Because I remember watching that race live. The first corner, Verstappen, Raikkonen, and Vettel. Yeah, I think... Yeah, same. I think on light rain you can get away with it, but in heavy rain, obviously, you're gonna sail like a boat. Yeah, I think, yeah, shall I do the lights out and away we go? Because I need to practice them for if I'm doing real life commentary. Yeah. Yeah. In what way? Fair, yeah. No, I'm trying to go into real life. Nice. Meanwhile, I've got the opportunity to go to Brands Hatch in November to do an enduro. It's an endurance race, 8-hour race, 500 minutes, but it's with these like Ford KAs from like 2004 that you can buy for like 500 quid from eBay. So, so they're not the most mad cars in the world, but I can do that. And then next year, I've got the opportunity to go to the Brit Car Endurance Championship, which is like the top endurance sports car thing in the UK, which is going to be exciting. So, yeah. All of us have very exciting things to do, especially at this age. So, any predictions? Anyone in Twitch chat? Anyone in Discord got any predictions? People's games crashing, things like that. Anyone got any predictions? Anyone got anything they would like to say before the race? Can't really see anything, but hey ho. Here we go then. 5 lights on. 1. And it's the formation lap. Never mind. There's Days. Terrible start for Liam Vella. Liam Vella's had a shocking start. Baxter gapping McGeer. That's an incredible start from him. McGeer is struggling in these wet conditions. As meanwhile, yeah. I was about to say, if anyone's not on Inters, I was gonna say, what tide check are we doing? Why was that really impressive? the possible race strategies: Inters to lap 15 to 27, then Inters again. But obviously, yeah. I think I'd watch Liam Vella because he has the number 11, and Sergio Perez being a tyre saver with that number for the last 10 years. I think if he knows anything about having the number 11 and being like Sergio Perez, he might do good. Meanwhile, I don't think Dobby Lepian is going to be in the wall anytime soon. Disconnecting again. Yeah. So that's like the sim racing equivalent of like having a reliability issue. Instead of having an engine failure, you have a disconnection. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. So we see all the cars coming to the grid now. I'm actually having a really fun time playing around with this camera angle thing. I've taken all the graphics off and just go back at the moment. Yeah. Here we go then. Meanwhile, the circle lights are going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red. And they're away after a very long time. As the Alpine gets away well, the Ferrari though looks like he could be challenging heading into Shia's corner for the first time. And the Mercedes going through 3 wide at the back with the 2 Red Bulls. Yep, the Red Bulls nearly made contact with the McLaren of McGeer, who's struggling, and he's actually letting the Red Bulls by. Good sportsmanship there. As we head through turn 4. 1 second, I've just got ahead. Interesting thing to come back to. Hello. Anyway. Also, oh, and in the wall for Liam Vella on the mediums, not the right tyre choice. But if the strategy said that, yeah. Although if this, yeah. Although I think if he's, yeah, I think. Although it's interesting to know if the rain will actually dry up or not. Because if it does dry up, then it could turn the whole race on its head. So round. Yeah, Formula Drift, round turn 9 into the Singapore Sling. Oh, he tried again! I think Monkey the Blue Hat is just drifting in a driving style because he's just slid another 3 times after we picked it up, from what I've just seen. Incredible stuff. Properly getting the rear end out. Inside goes Magia. Magia on the inside. Magia on the inside of Gaming Balls there. Sorry to cut in. He just went right down the inside at the Anderson Bridge and he gets brake checked. Moving under braking. That is Gaming Balls moving under braking, and that's what happens. You get ran into. And meanwhile, yeah, he's got front wing damage. Yeah, Magia's got front wing damage on the left hand side. Okay, never mind. Meanwhile, these two battling like Senna and Prost around here. They nearly touch again, heading through the last corner, heading down into the Shears corner. Yeah. Yeah. Oh! Big shot. Although not a safety car worthy. It is a safety car, it's worked. That reminds me of that NASCAR truck driver who deliberately caused a caution in NASCAR on the pit entry to like gain time. Shall I? Well, there's nothing in general Discord yet, but if there is, I don't know if I'll be able to read it out. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, he said okay about 30 minutes ago. Yeah. And also Liam Vella, he's not even going to be able to catch up, really, is it? He's like 2 laps behind. You might not even be able to get let through by the game, because knowing this game and how buggy it is, no. I've just seen the back of that. Yeah. These two. Oh, and he nearly goes again. My commentary partner from Tier 2 Race Jules. I don't know if that's something that he'll be commenting about a lot. Yeah, meanwhile, loads of people coming in the pits. Is that dry? There is dry tyres. I think the track is drying up. It is. Yep. So as long as they can get enough rubber down the track, and also Lee Vella hasn't fixed his wing. He hasn't even pitched. Never mind. Yeah. No, he's overtaken it now, yeah. Luckily he has passed, although he's still got no front wing. That's Ark and Magia. Just how... Yes. Well, from 1 lap. He's still got another 1 minute 47 seconds to catch up to the field. Interesting. I'm just having a look. So would I pick right now? Hards, I have to be honest. Although, yeah, hards, maybe mediums if. Yep. And actually, has he crashed out? He has. He's crashed out on the exit of the hairpin. Safety car drives through him. He's crashed. He crashes out of the. Oh, and his wheel got hit. His wheel got hit. Interesting. His wheel got hit. He strolled it in the wall. He strolled it in the wall. Anyway. Yep. He's Yep. Or you could be UGE Day. Ah, so he's driving a Formula Ford. As in the pits comes one of the Mercedes. He's yep. Yeah. Went for a gamble staying on the Inters. Hasn't played out for him. So into the pits now. As the Valor goes on Inters. Interesting. Oh no, Valor goes on mediums. Interesting. Had a Murray Walker moment there. Oh, I mean Lucas Racing. Oh god, what am I like? Anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Which is not ideal at all. I did miss the fun. Oh, come on. So lads who are in the race, quick question, why are you being boring around me? Anyway. Anyway. I don't have F1 on my controller. Yeah. Yep. So they all weave like mad. Safety car in this lap. Just about. He's behind Arc. Interesting. Those two are making so much contact they could be in NASCAR. As meanwhile, Formula bump cars. Oh. Is it racing or ping pong? Sebastian Vettel 2016. Oh, someone on the softs. Oh, contact McLaren. Interesting. So the McLaren one, and also one of the Red Bulls are on softs. The highest Red Bull up the order is on softs. That'll be interesting. Meanwhile, Days has gone and left. There's battle in here. The Mercedes. Interesting. And look at Lucas Racing now. He's getting involved in this battle. Getting a bit dirty now. He's going to go round the outside. Beautiful move at turn 4. And now under Raffles Boulevard, they all go flying up. There's the other Mercedes with Devils Latifi. And there is Lucas Racing, who's now trying to fight his way past. Arc is going past Gaming Balls. Yep. Oh, you've said that, and he's in the wall. And maybe like me, you should stick to the commentator, and who knows, as heading through. Not bad for a number 2 driver. Meanwhile, we have But McGear heading into turn 11, keeps it on the inside. He's now side by side, he's going to be on the outside, heading through into the chicane. The outside of the first part of the chicane, but then if he holds it round, which he will do, Lucas Racing backing out. But he's on those fresh and medium tyres, he's on the freshest tyres of anyone on the track due to pitting the latest of anyone. He goes fastest, as meanwhile Lucas Racing gets a good run. He might have a go here into the Shears corner. And it's defending a bit too early there, I'd say. It's McGear on the inside. That's heading through Shears, and now he's struggling. It's like another Monaco, this, isn't it? It's just a darker version of Monaco. And he's contact heading into turn 4, very close to putting him out of this race. Is McGear. That's the problem with sacrificing track position. He's sacrificing Lucas. Yeah, that's the problem with Lucas doing this strategy. He sacrificed track position. He's now going to burn his mediums, trying to get past people like McGear, who are not going to relinquish, as a good result is on the table for him. As now Ark goes back around the outside of him. Interesting. Yeah, Ark is going to be licking his lips, thinking, ooh. Ooh! Lucas round! Lucas got hit there by Ark. I think he slid in front of Ark and made contact with the front. Ark is now back ahead of Lucas Racing, and he lets him by. Yep, I think Ark maybe let him by there. Good sportsmanship. As yeah, Ark in the number 43, which is the same number as Franco Colapinto. But he is driving like Colapinto did in Singapore, otherwise known as very well. As into the chicane. Yep. Meanwhile, oh, very aggressive over the curb there is Lucas Racing in the Mercedes. As just have a look at Baxter. I'm surprised he's not made more of an attack on the hard runners ahead of him on those soft tyres. Yeah. Thing is, saving soft tyres isn't really something that's doable, but something else that's doable is going round McGear, and that's what Lucas Racing is going to do under the Raffles Boulevard and into the turn 7 left-hander. As we have Marcy under. Oh no. As meanwhile, Monkey in the Blue Hat does the fastest lap. I didn't see the time because I was flicking through on the spectator menu. Nice. So they all settle into their own race here. Ark is trying to catch up to the non-front wing stricken McGear. Well, he does have a front wing, but not a particularly nice one in terms of damage levels. Maybe a Monza, but a Singapore, ugh. Nah, I'd still say Fernando Alonso is more unlucky. And heading into pits is McGear. Looks like he's going to repair that wing damage. Wonder what tyres he's. Oh! Nearly spins in the pit lane. I don't know. He's 32 seconds behind. It could be very tight out the pits. Also, keep an eye on the Mercedes, because they both look like they're shaping up for some moves. Heading round. That one of them gonna go on. Although it's gonna be very close, isn't it? Round the outside, he sends it. McGear on the softs, on the mediums, so he's gaming balls on fresher tyres. He's taken to the inside. He doesn't yield, but he does have to yield. Yes, he is, and that will help him. Meanwhile, we have the Mercedes. Yeah, the Mercedes at Lucas Racing, though, looking to get the move on the other Red Bull on soft tyres, which is Baxter. Oh! He nearly spins it in a straight line. That was almost catastrophic for the Mercedes. He's down the inside, but holding it around the outside is Baxter. Nice defending, but it's all going to come to nothing. Yeah, it's all going to come to nothing though, as down into the chicane, Mercedes gets ahead. Almost rolled like bread on a rolling pin. Anyway. So he'll... Heck, he might join this battle with his Red Bull teammate here, with McGear. He's pulling away on those softs. Goes wide on the exit though, so he nearly threw it all away, but yeah, finally he gets ahead and he's into some clear air now, so hopefully he can catch up to Dade, although he has that penalty hanging over his shoulder. I reckon that's 3 seconds, isn't it, for track limits. Heading into turn 10 with Marcy, who's still staying close to Monkey in the Blue Hat, but I think he's just being conservative at the moment. Letting those hard tyres carry him through the race and then waiting to push at the end on whatever tyres he chooses. Or maybe just waiting for the end, just pushing on the hards, who knows. Interesting. Yeah. As Lucas racing 10 seconds away from Devil's Latifi, who I think has changed his name to Devil's Motorsport, but he's still the Latifi we all know. Yep. As Marcy is still Marcy. He's still the reigning champion, the championship leader now, as I falsely claimed in Japan when it was the first round. And no one was leading the championship at that point because we hadn't even done a race. As meanwhile, in my logic, yes. In other people's logic, not a chance. Marcy, yes. But yeah. Yeah, well, he's the solo Ferrari on the grid now after Liam Vella's departure, with McGear and I don't actually know how many I have, to be honest. And unfortunately he'll not be able to finish this race. No, the Losail flag is like a purpley colour compared to the Bahrain flag. Interesting. Gaming balls in the pits. Onto hards. Are they? Or are they mediums? I can't tell. That's hards. Interesting. Yeah. Well, I have to say the monkey in a blue hat with the yellow and blue helmet, that's one of my favourite ones that I've seen. The Marcy's one as well, nice silvery colour. Del's Latifi, matte camouflage in the Williams, I like that one. I've done just one helmet design, and it's based on the Iron Brew fizzy drink, the national drink of Scotland. Whoa, round goes Lucas Racing. In P5, he spun out the last corner. He's heading into the Shears corner now, named after the second president of Singapore. And I don't know if talking about Iron Brew is a curse to him. Not too sure. Maybe he's gone. Maybe he's trying it. Maybe he's trying the 2004 tactics as it suggests in this gamer tag, but it's not working out for him. As we head in under the Buvlov. Yeah, I wouldn't be too thingy until. And he's right again. Monkey in a blue hat. Terrible stuff for the men from Brackley. Now Devils on the TV goes to the podium. He got caught on the wall. He was trying to accelerate from the wall, but it didn't work, which is not a shame. Yes, the Anderson Bridge catching out another driver. And I learned a very interesting fact about the Anderson Bridge, which is the place where Monkey in the Blue Hat just spun, which is apparently there's an electrical interference at that track, and if the car is changing gear at the exact moment, it could cause the electronics in the car to break and have an issue, which, yeah, as he broke his front wing as well. He broke his front wing doing that as well. Both Mercedes are in the pits. What does Lucas do? This is the worst thing for the Mercedes team. The worst luck. They've double stacked and retired Monkey the Blue Hat in front of Lucas Racing, who's still racing in the race. Yeah, I think he's just ghosted though, so it should be okay. Although we had a moment in another league, the other GRL league that I was talking about, and oh, they're stopped in the pit lane. His ghosted car was stopped in the pit lane and just slowed Lucas down even more. He might even get overtaken by Magia in a minute. He's coming out of the last corner. Do you know what? Magia might actually get up into B6. Look, he's catching up to Lucas Racing. No, although he has now Magia right up his chuff. He goes from 4th and fighting with Ark to all the way down to 7th and fighting back with Magia again. And these two, Magia really held up the Mercedes last time round when they battled. So, yeah, disaster. I haven't seen a Mercedes pit stop drama like that since Sakia 2020 with George Russell and Valtteri Bottas when they were teammates for that one fateful race on the outer layout of Bahrain, which is severely amazing. Yeah, and then gave him a puncture as well. Not the best. Similar to what Monkey in the Blue Hat just did. Slight difference. You know, a Golden Racing League bit of flavour on the debacle. Anyway, nearly doing track limits again. Yes. Yeah. His incredible drive in Suzuka. Oh, you say that and he just had a snap of oversteer there. Don't curse him. Yeah, it happens. After the restart as well. Yeah, and yeah, that drive from, was it 16th, I'm pretty sure? He's up 14 places up into first. That was still one of the most impressive drives I've ever seen of any motorsport ever. Marcy in the pits. Is he triggering an overcut? Potentially. He's sacrificing track position. As I think, because how's Dace's attendance been compared to Marcy? I think based on that, I'd say Marcy. Because, yes, although I think when it comes to a championship battle, like when you win the early races, that's it. You just have to be consistent for the rest of it. But when you have a win and then a DNF, it does make that championship a bit harder to win. So I reckon. Yeah. Yeah, but consistency is key, and that is what keeps people ahead in championships. That I actually had a very peculiar situation in a league that I used to run, called Formula Asphalt, which if you're watching on the YouTube you can find on the channel. There was a driver called Ashley Curtis, who again has been on the channel many times, and will be on the channel again soon, because I just competed with him in a race called MCL, or a league called MCL. Days in the Pits, yes. Let's actually watch Marcy then, because let's see how close that will be. But yeah, Ashley, he won the champion. Yeah, oh, he's paired as well. He's paired as well. So let's watch Marcy here. But yeah, what I was saying about Ashley Curtis, he won the Season 3 championship of Formula Asphalt without winning a race. His highest finish was second, but purely because of his consistency of attending races, he clinched the championship. Speaking of attendance, here comes Marcy, here comes Days, and Marcy triggering the overcut. Only just as Marcy, but Marcy rushing up to the back of Days, who's on mediums though, and has got Marcy in dirty air. So unless the DRS helps, which it does, let's see. Can this battle be reignited? Also, coming in the pits is Ark and Baxter in 4th and 5th. As McGeer with another penalty. Yep. Speaking of Lucas, he just jumped Baxter in the pits, as well as McGeer jumping Baxter in the pits as well. Yeah. I have to say, my favourite livery of any F1 like car ever is the Toro Rosso from like 2017, 2018. That blue and silver was just beautiful. Although I do love the Jota livery from the World Endurance Championship. That looks like chef's kiss. Interesting. Gaming Bulls has just got a 3-second penalty. Fun fact, right back at ya. Another fun fact thrown back at me. Well, let me try and find another fun fact thrown back at you. Maggia's tyres are 4 laps old and they are hard compound. That's grim. Anyway, that is grim. 10 laps left. Lap 21 or 31. I'm here with a Diamond Bullet who's being grim. I mean, who's being lovely. As we head under the boulevard. Yeah. I think, isn't it Thrustmaster that sponsors this as well? Yeah, they do. I actually used to have a Thrustmaster. Yeah, I used to have a Thrustmaster, the 458 Spider replica, but the tension band on it snapped, and although I kept racing with the tension band gone from it, like I got a Hori Overdrive, which is alright. It's pretty much the same thing, just without the Ferrari logo on it. But it's quite nice. It has a clip button compared to the Thrustmaster, and it has a couple of different modes that you can do it with, so it's a bit more technical. It's quite nice, but. Yes, I actually have the, the 2011 Ferrari wheel, which is the add-on thing. I did have that, and we bought it for the Thrustmaster 458, but unbeknownst to me, the 458 wheel doesn't detach. It stays wired on. So yeah, Days goes fastest in the Thrustmaster Singapore Airlines Grand Prix of Golden Racing League. Yep, the Thrust Rogue. Speaking of Rogue, the Rogue charge from Lucas Racing is on for Ark, and the Rogue charge for the lead of the race has actually fallen. to about 1.7 seconds. As we have a look on the... Oh, he nearly does. Is he listening to us? He might be listening to us. Yeah. I was about to say, like every time we said, oh, he's been really stable, he's gone whoop on the steering wheel. Oh, Devil's Latifi. Devil's Latifi in the wall at the 8th corner. He did the same crash Logan Sargent did. Yeah, he did the same thing Logan Sargent did back in 2023, where he just went straight on in the wall. Obviously, Logan Sargent only did one Singapore Grand Prix as he got fired from Zandvoort in 2024. Ark has a penalty again. Let's actually have a look at how many penalties people have. McGee has died. He's off. He's off. He's crashed in the wall at turn 8. The same thing Devils Latifi did. So that's the third car to have problems there. As Days locked up his front tyre. Then Devils Latifi had a crash. Now McGee is DNF'd. Interesting. And in the pits, medium tyres for Marcy. Marcy making use of this virtual safety car, pitting onto mediums. That's a very aggressive strategy, similar to Mercedes in 2023. Yeah. Would this gamble work? I think it will. That's actually a really good strategy. Back to green flag. And that's terrible timing for Devils, who comes in just as the VSC ends. But Marcy had the perfect timing. Marcy had the perfect timing for the VSC. As just as he came out the pits, it went green. Yeah. This could be interesting. Keep an eye on this battle. Meanwhile, Ark and Lucas. Yeah, Mark and Lucas overtaking the pit-stricken Devils Latifi, and he's actually going to get passed by one of the Red Bulls here, who Red Bull having a pretty bad day, similar to in Ground Effect Racing League in the Austrian Grand Prix yesterday. They had a pretty bad day in that, spinning out in the sprint race on the final lap. Both of the Red Bulls did. But here in Golden Racing League, they're faring a little bit better, due to the fact that there's less cars on the grid though. Although they've had a couple incidents, Gaming Bulls more notably. Technically 11 if we counted Damien Lobalabalub, whatever his name was. Marcy really pushing though. I'm going to go back to Devils Latifi because he's catching as well. But it is closing rather than extending. Those fresher tyres for Marcy are going to close him up. But he does need to push quick, because otherwise the laps are going to run out. Yeah, because catching, like Murray Walker once said, my inspiration, catching is one thing, passing though is a whole different ball game. And I think that's something... Yeah. Meanwhile, Devils Latifi is going to try and prove that. That's on the outside. What a move by Devils Latifi. This is going to be this contact between Baxter and Devils Latifi. But Latifi goes ahead of the Red Bull. Incredible. 18 seconds is the gap now. That gap is closing between the Ferrari and the Alpine. So the Italian Scuderia catching up to the French Renault-powered Alpine. Yeah. As his teammate just got passed by the Latifi. And Lucas now catching up to Ark, looking to get rid of the artwork on his rear wing and put it in his rear view mirror. Says the Formula 4 driver as we head into turn 10, the Singapore Sling. As nice. I'm not in helicopter cam. I'm in a camera that I'm going to remove the graphics on because it looks nice. It's the one of Salesforce. I'm looking at Marcy. I'm on the zipline camera. I remember, like, I was fortunate enough to go to Silverstone in 2021 and 2019. And the zip like when qualifying was in between sessions, like in between Q1, Q2, Q3, I just kept looking at the zipline camera because it just fascinated me. I don't know why, but it just looked. It's like when you have a DVD player, but it's got no signal, so it just has the DVD logo bouncing up and down the telly. It's just like that. Yeah. And it's like soap. It's like the original soap cutting compilation. As meanwhile, two drivers with penalties, Ark and Lucas, heading under Raffles Boulevard, the closest battle on track at the moment. At this current lap 25 stage, wide goes Ark. He's feeling the pressure of losing that podium to the Mercedes, who spun out earlier on. Hopefully he doesn't do that again. Yeah, from that disastrous pit stop that saw him lose 3 places and a good minute, or maybe just under a minute of time lost compared to Ark. The disconnected car in the pit lane, which stops the AI pit lane driver from being able to drive for some reason. Yeah, spin. He's in P4 and he's looking to take P3. Actually, he would take P3 on penalties. As 9 seconds of penalty for Ark, 6 seconds of penalty for Lucas Racing. As Devils TV also has 6 seconds of penalties and is not far behind. He's on 4 seconds. He's 4 seconds away from this battle. So if he... Meanwhile, Marcy is about to go under 16 seconds. Oh no, he's not. He's actually made a mistake now. But he was about to go. He's under 16.5 seconds away from Days, so he's still catching, but not enough, I'd say, to catch him for the end of the race and make a pass. As on board with the Mercedes heading into turn 8. As on lap 22, there was 3 incidents at turn 8. The corner that Devil's TV just came out of, and the one that Baxter's just about to go through in about 3, 2, 1 now. As Days, we looked at Days have a lock-up on the front right, heading into turn 8. He nearly losing the car. Then we saw Devil's TV in a wall there a few seconds later. Then we saw McGeer go out of the race a mere second later after that as well. As Singapore in the wet on the start is tricky. I mean, I remember when Singapore in 2017, it was the first ever night race in Formula 1 history. It was the first ever wet night race in Formula 1 history, should I say. And at the start, there was so many. The whole race was chaotic. There was like, I swear 13 cars finished the race or something like that out of the 20. And both Ferraris crashed within the first lap. Verstappen got murdered by, well, I don't say murdered, I mean crashed out by the Ferraris, and also Fernando Alonso got up to 3rd in his McLaren Honda, and then got taken out by the sliding Raikkonen, who took out him and Verstappen out of the race. As meanwhile, speaking of, the Williams of Devils Latifi on the back of the Mercedes of Lucas Racing, and he makes a move to the inside, bold switch move, and he doesn't make it, mistake. Very aggressive switch from the outside to the inside there, and they nearly collide at turn 8. Yeah, my camera action couldn't really tell where the actual contact was, but on the outside of the Singapore sling now, nice one. Slinging it around the outside, and he's now on the inside of turn 11. That was a chef's kiss move, I'd say. Beautiful. And under the Anderson Bridge, and down the there's we go past we go past Diamond Bullet's neighbour. As now down the Watch Straight. Taikawa, it's a watch brand, isn't it? Right, we head into the chicane. As we go. Yeah. What do Salesforce do? Not too sure. No. Don't know. They're not Thrustmaster though, so they're not as good. Anyway, we. I miss Rolex. They're still in. Do you know they're still in the World Endurance Championship, and I'm actually watching that a bit more now. So, yeah, take that, Attack Wire and F1. Anyway, get lost, F1. I'm only using your game to help my commentary career. Your cars are too. Get lost, mate. They took out the Singapore sling. I lost so much respect for them after that. No, I'm joking. I was about like 7 when they took out the Singapore sling, so actually it didn't really hurt me that much. Anyway, we head into out the Addison Bridge with the Williams and Devils Latifi, who's on the back of the once was Toro Rosso from 10 years ago. Now is the Racing Bulls, which is they should have just Vita Cat. Oh, they should just call it Red Bull Sugar Free. It's basically just the Red Bull Sugar Free cars down the inside. Another very aggressive switch to the inside that works out. I think I'll just let him. Arc. Yeah. Although he's only going into Shia's corner, so he's not really going to be able to utilize it that well. Maybe he's waiting. Yeah, because actually that's a good point, because he has the other detection point, and he's actually going to get it into Raffles Boulevard, although he's lost a bit of time. But if he gets within half a second, which he has done, he's going to get DRS into this bit. This is a bit where he can make a move. Let's go on board with the AlphaTauri, goes to the inside and makes the move out of Raffles Boulevard. AlphaTauri, yeah, whatever. Oh, sliding. There's contact there. That was very similar. The 43 bouncing off the walls, and that contact at turn 7 very similar to in 2019 with Antonio Giovinazzi and Daniel Ricciardo heading through turn 7, making a similar hit of contact there, but reacting in a different way due to the different cars weighing less back in 2019. Same as although it's quite mad to know that one of them is in the World Endurance Championship and the other one is just nowhere to be found, in terms of the F1 space. Meanwhile, we head down the straight. Yeah, he'll always be last of the late breakers. As down the inside goes Arc, he's not last of the late breakers compared to Devils Latifi. As we head on to, we're on the penultimate lap here of the Thrustmaster Singapore Grand Prix here in Golden Racing League. As the Golden Racing League's Lucas Racer has just got another penalty. He's now on 9 seconds of penalties, equal with Arc, who's now trying to get past Devils Latifi. As Daze looks like he's catching up to Gaming Bulls. Gaming Bulls might actually be put a lap down. He's gonna make a move. It would help if he could take one of the penalties off after the race, if one of the track limit penalties were indeed awful. I doubt they were, but we never know, to be honest. You know, sometimes you can be on the line and it gives you a penalty, which happened to me today, actually. Interesting. I mean, if you're NASCAR, that would work. But yeah, heading through now. As we have the Williams here, we're going to look from behind as the Williams is about to get past it by the Racing Bulls car. Yes, I got the name right this time. And as they turn right, the 43 car goes past the Williams, or not yet, as they head down into the chicane. This is great racing, as down the inside here goes Arc on Devils Latifi, holds it around the outside at the Salesforce corner at turn 17 as they head through turn 18, turn 19. Although Gaming Bulls has blue flags, as meanwhile Devils Latifi still battling. Yeah. They were going through the Shears corner on the final lap now. So the Elbows are going to be well and truly out for these two as they head up into Raffles Boulevard. And, under it, shall I say. So they fly under it. Here we go. On the inside. He gets taken to the inside. Is it going to work? Not too sure. Around the outside. He's going to make the move stick. Meanwhile, Days wins the Singapore Grand Prix here in the Thrustmaster Golden Racing League. Meanwhile, Devils Latifi still ahead as Marcy goes around the last corner and crosses the line. Devils Latifi still catching up to Ark. And Ark not able to get past, although Devils Latifi on track still ahead, but they still have still have 2 more DRS zones to go through as yeah. Almost. He needs another 4 tenths around the outside. Around the outside goes Ark in the Racing Bull. He turns right. He does the move. What a move. Ark has made an incredible move on the outside of turn 11, but is it going to work out for him? It's into the turn 12-13 section. Around the outside, is he going to make the move? Yes, he is. Nice move there by Ark to take the position from Devils Latifi. It won't work on aggregate. Big move to the inside. He gets forced off the track by the Williams, and Devils Latifi takes it. As meanwhile, Lucas Racing doing the most savage drift at the end of the race. That gap over the line, though, that was mere tenths of a second. Interesting. And also, that photo finish for Devils Latifi and for Ark, we need to figure out how big the gap was there, because that was mental. But Days, the Welshman, taking the win. Yeah, the Welshman winner. I think if we just take over for 3 seconds, I think it will be the same gap. What was even happening there? I'm so confused. Says Ark. Ark was confused by the racecraft of Devils Latifi at the end. Interesting. I mean, he wasn't involved in too many skirmishes, was he? I mean, apart from maybe that collision with, was it Devils Latifi, I'm pretty sure, or was that with Ark? I'm not too sure. Yeah, I think I just worked out as well, that gap of line between Devils Latifi and Ark was just under 2 tenths of a second, if you disregard the penalties. Incredible stuff. And then that, I think also, Lucas Racing, can we just take one of his penalties off for that savage drift at the end of the race? I did not miss that, I was just busy commentating on the cars ahead, but I just see, like, I'm watching this battle, their photo finishing over the line, then just see this Mercedes power sliding like he's in Need for Speed out of the last corner, and he somehow held on to it. Fair play to the lad. I have it on my stream, so you might want to go have a look. Actually, I'll clip it in a minute, because that was mental. Nicely done. I'm still, I don't have any stream ending screens or anything like that. I just have what's on the game, so yeah. You're nice. Alright, if I see. No worries. Okay, I think that's going to be me done then. Thank you very much for having me. Diamond Bullet, nearly forgot your name there. As yeah, as the Golden Dart. Anyway, I'll be going. Anything else anyone wants to say in the Twitch chat or anything? I haven't looked at it in ages. What's it? Alright, I'm heading off. See you in a bit.